Hey, everyone. I don't know why this is doing that. Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sorry. Welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, we're going to be doing a post-game show of the Stars versus the Vancouver Canucks. The Dallas Stars coming to town with the newly acquired Mikko Rantanen. And, man, I don't know. It was a 4-1 loss. I thought it was a pretty good game to start. I just felt like we just couldn't compete with this team. And I try not to be too negative about a loss like this, because it is what it is, everyone. It is what it is. I know that we lost 4-1, but it was another empty netter. So again, 3-1. Not too bad, but not good enough. Not nearly good enough. But here's the big question I have is, did you actually believe that the Canucks were beating the Stars tonight? And you know what was really funny? In the comments, we had Rod come in. He was the very first comment at 5:11. Stop the Stars. Stop the Stars. Love the optimism. By 8:14, dust off them clubs, boys. Dust off the clubs. And Bing Tang Warriors sitting there going, we need a regulation win in this and in the next 10. Yes, it's true. We need that, but you can't really do that. Can't really do that, everyone. So I didn't think we were going to win tonight. I was kind of hoping and wishing. So I'm not really disappointed, super disappointed, but I wish that we could have got a point at least. This team has to be able to generate more than one goal versus elite teams to have a chance to win a game. And listen, they played last night. Tonight, they gave in Casey DeSmith. Yesterday was Ottinger against the Edmonton Oilers. And so what that means is the good team is Edmonton. The bad team on the back-to-back is Vancouver. So we're going to give you our backup. We couldn't even beat the backup. I know people are like, Trev, you shouldn't be negative. I'm just telling truth here, people. I'm telling truth. Like, you know me. I'm the guy who loves to make Canucks content as passionate, realistic, and honest. It just is what it is, everyone. And so again, I'm not super disappointed. I just think that we have to be able to generate more than one goal a game against those good teams. You just have to. Now, first period, I thought was excellent to watch. No score, but it was just good competition. And I was enjoying both teams' skill sets. I was watching the game going, this is why I love hockey. I just love what they can do. The way that their hand-eye coordination is amazing. Their skating ability, the way they do their systems, the way that, like, it doesn't matter who's playing. Everyone in the NHL is an amazing, amazing hockey player. And I'm just sitting there watching and going, this is why I watch hockey. How they glide, how they hit, how they just are on the ice and do their thing. Like, making millions, entertaining fans. I just sat there and I was like, man, it's just fun to watch both these teams compete and battle. So I thought that was really awesome. I really, really enjoyed that part. Really enjoyed that part. Now, just so you know, there was a couple weird things. Besser again was on the third line to start the game. There was a sign, a glimpse of hope in the first period. Pettersson rings one off the crossbar on that on the left-hand side. What a shot. It would have been amazing if Elias Pettersson scored that one, but he didn't. So we hit a couple crossbars tonight, everyone. We definitely did. And then I really liked what I saw in the way of battle. Because there's a question out there that people are asking is, are the Canucks too soft? And the answer for most people is like, yes. Yes, we're too soft. But I really like the Höglander Joshua Hronek scrum that happened. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, X, and Instagram, I made reels and posted them online. Okay, so go check out there. And I actually made it, but and you see the game, you see my commentary with it, and you're just sitting there and you're going, hey, that's pretty special. That's pretty special that even though Höglander went over the line, but Rantanen comes in with a big back cross check, and then Joshua just gets in there and the scrum starts, right? The scrum starts. And it lasted for a while, and I'm like, yeah, I like the fight. I like the passion that's happening here. Too bad offensively we didn't look that great. We had a few chances. Tonight. But I just really like that. I like, hey, we're battling here. We're not getting pushed around. And, another thing that I've enjoyed is like watching the PK. The PK has been excellent, and it's been great to watch this season, especially lately. Lately's been great, I should say. And a lot of people want to give Marcus Pettersson the credit for that because it's since he's arrived. But if you look at deeper in the stats and you look at my Facebook wall, you'll see, I think it's J-Pat that really did a deep dive, and it has very little to do with Marcus Pettersson. Even though I think Marcus Pettersson's a solid defenseman, it's not actually him that's making the huge difference on the PK. That first line of, I think it's Hronek, not Myers. It's Hronek and is it Forbert? And then it goes Suter and Bluger. Those guys are playing great hockey. The second line usually has Myers there and someone. Okay, I got to find this because I was talking with Daniel about this tonight, and I thought it was just a really good point that we were talking about. Let me see. First unit was Suter, Bluger, Forbert, and Hronek. The second unit is O'Connor, Sherwood, MP3, and it was Hronek again, but I think it's because Myers was in the box on that one that I was watching. So that's a pretty solid PK unit, everyone. But it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see. So the second period had 3 goals scored. Both teams battled well. It was nice to see some offense on both sides of the puck. I thought that Lankinen played really well. Another great night by him. The first 2 goals were literally bad bounces, but unfortunately, they still count. They still count, everyone. And it's disappointing because I thought he was solid. I thought the team defense was fine. But here we are, right? Lankinen with another good night, though. I've just been impressed with him all season long. He's been really, really phenomenal to watch. And his stats don't lie. He's solid. He's solid. Now, tonight he let 3 in. So that's something to think about. But still, overall, really happy with his performance. And then the best part of the second period was the give and go with Forbert and Garland. It was a gorgeous goal. Gorgeous goal. First goal for Forbert as a Canuck. So it's pretty cool to see. But the way Forbort passed it to Garland and then skates around and finds the open spot. Garland gets that past him on the give and go. And all of a sudden, Forbort looks like Daniel was saying to me tonight, like Ovechkin. And it looks like it was so nice that you're sitting there going, it looks like you could do this all the time, but you can't. You can't. I think with Boston, did he score a goal at all last season? I don't think he did. So it's very rare. And here it is. When you get that secondary, or I should say third scoring from someone, you got to have someone else on the team step up. So you got Forbort as the only goal scorer. So it's a little frustrating, right? Where's the rest of the team? Where's the rest of the guys? And it just wasn't a good enough effort for us to win the game. Now, let's quickly go to third period. Coach Tocchet mixes up the lines, puts Blueger, Joshua, and Garland together. That was the classic line from last year. It looked pretty good at times. They had a few chances, but couldn't score. And then Besser gets moved up to be playing with EP40. Nothing happens with that addition. I thought it was a good idea to bring, I think it was DeBrusk, Pettersson, and Besser, if memory serves me correctly. I think that's what he did. And then you got the Connor, Heedle, and who's the other guy? I'm missing somebody. I'm missing a right winger. Can't remember who the other guy is. So, yeah. And then, I mean, I give credit to Coach Tocchet for making some changes, but then didn't pan out. EP40, though, almost makes it 3-2, but nails the crossbar, and the whole place was erupting because not only was it a beautiful shot, they thought it was in, it was EP25. So Elias Pettersson with the monster shot. Too bad that didn't go in. Yeah, so just another night. Just another night, everyone. The other last couple comments I want to make is Heedle's speed is just so noticeable. It's fun to watch him, and his line often looks like the most dangerous line most nights. And he's been a good addition. It's just that we need to have points generated from his line, from any line, really. The Canucks are just struggling. And you know what? Canucks struggling is not good. It's good for business for a little bit, especially the YouTube content creation and some of the, radio stations and commentary from the major networks, because negativity does sell. But boy, people watch way more when you have a winning team. And so you can have the meltdowns and the rants, and they're good for views. But at the end of the day, it gets cold and old. And really, it's just not good. Like doing live streams, post-game shows after a loss, especially like this one where we just really weren't in it much at all tonight. I'm sorry. Once that second period and they scored at the second, I'm like, yeah, I don't think Vancouver's going to score in the third. Unfortunately, I was right. And I think that's the problem with this team is when fans get to that indifference swing, it's not that they love the team or hate the team, it's the indifference piece. That's the hardest part. So, yeah, but I did really enjoy watching Heedle's speed. EP40 with another pointless night. And I just want him to produce offensively. I think the rest of his game is fine. But unfortunately, that was another stat. Again, $11.6 million, no points. And everyone's like, hey, everyone wants you to be there and to say, hey, listen, don't be down on him. There's lots of guys who struggled, but it's like he's always struggling, everyone. He's literally always the one that's like, well, it's another pointless night. So I don't know. What do you say about that other than it is what it is? Saying my computer mouse is dying. Here it is. How much do I got here? 2%. Oh, great. This might not be good. Oh, no. Okay, let's get into... Oh, I don't know if I can even get into your comments. How can I do this? Okay, one last question. I'm going to get into your comments, everyone. Will the Canucks make the playoffs? with the Flames and all the stuff that's going on. I got to find a cable to plug this in here because I can still talk, but going into the comments is going to suck. Okay, post in the comments, will Canucks make the playoffs? Flames Canucks games on Wednesday. First of all, they play Montreal on Tuesday. Yeah, let's share screen here. And so look at this, okay? So you've got Montreal on Tuesday. We got to win that game. Got Calgary and Chicago. We got to win these next 3 games, keep it up, and to make sure we make the playoffs. But do you guys think that we're going to make the playoffs? Do you think we're going to make the playoffs? This is going to be a very telling month, obviously, for everyone, especially the Canucks. So post in the comments what you think. And I'm just going to go to the intro or promo, and I'll get into your comments. Hopefully my battery lasts long enough. Thanks so much. And let's get in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to be plugging this in and hoping this works, everyone. No playoffs, maybe next year. Canucks got work big time. Jaden's frustrated because the offense is non-existent. Callum, you're right. Dallas was just straight up better than the Canucks are at hockey for sure. It's Sherwood. That's the guy on the other side. And then there's Leckermacki as well. Yeah. It's nights like these that I look forward to Kemp streams. They are a light in a very dark time for Canucks fans. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stuart is letting us know we lost 4-1. And, and I went early. But, yeah. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. Frauds, I think that's too strong of a comment, Jeevan, in all honesty, because let's just be honest. The Stars, like Chemo's saying, are contenders for the Stanley Cup. And unfortunately, we made Smith look like the prime Brodeur against us, saying, I wouldn't say prime. That's a little over the thing. You thought that we had a chance versus Dallas in a back-to-back. I was like, yeah, I guess we had a chance. They should have been tired, but they're good, everyone. They're good. Yeah, I thought DPD and Mancini looked great. Matt, good to see you. I think the Canucks played very well. There are many chances the game could have been very different. Very, very different. Plus, the Canucks are missing some very key players. Well, yeah, missing Hughes is a big deal. Who else are we missing? Like, are you saying Demko? Because really, Lankinen has been good enough. I don't know who else is really we're missing that guy. You say JT Miller, okay. Yeah, I know. It should be good. But yeah, pop gun offense for sure. I'm going to get into some comments from other people as well. Casey Smith can be good for sure. So advantage Flames. At least the Blues don't play until Thursday. Nipping at our heels. We need to beat the Habs and then must win on the 12th back-to-back for the Flames 4-night swing. It's going to be massive for sure. Rod, you're right. EP40 needed to step up tonight. Didn't, unfortunately. Why is Besser he's not doing anything? He's not doing anything, anyone. I'm at the stage right now, and I'm trying not to do overreaction theater, everyone. In all honesty, I'm trying not to do overreaction theater, but it's hard not to. I'm just sitting there going, don't even extend this contract. You should have traded him. You didn't end up making any deal for him. Just lose. If this is how he's going to play, $6.65 million is a lot of cap space, so we can just go and get someone else. But I don't want to give him 8 years. I don't want to give him 8 years. Would you even feel comfortable with million times 5 years like the Canucks offered, the way he's playing right now, he needs someone to play with, and it's not Pettersson. So I don't know when Quinn's back. I hope this week. I want them to make the playoffs, but I'm starting to realize it's extremely unlikely. Angelo says it's over. I liked watching Rantanen get kind of manhandled in that scrum. Angelo's already ready for football. Shouldn't have been a PK. Yeah. Flames, Jets first round. Hey, no, I'm not giving up hope on the Canucks yet. No point. Thatcher is just going to get injured again. They are trying to be smart with Hughes for sure, but we need him. This team is way worse without JT Miller, and of course, without a healthy Demko and Hughes. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of injuries. Lefty all around says that number 18 was giving me bad flashbacks of another 18 getting pushed off the puck so easily along the boards. You talking about Virtanen? Wow. Yeah, you are. Louis Erickson is where is he tonight? 40. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Teddy Bluger, the Latvian. Love that guy. So many giveaways and turnovers by the Stars. We just could not capitalize. Offense has to crank it up. It's just a fact. It's a fact. Dreamers in the building. They almost came back, but the bounces didn't go their way. They also let Casey get into their heads and get into a good rhythm. Maybe they should try Leckermacki, PD, Sherwood. Yeah. Hoaglander's got some good effort to him as well. I really liked how he played tonight. Yeah, Lankinen did play well in goal. So did DeSmith. Mike, Demko's demonic figure on his mask involuntarily brought a curse to himself and his team. Question, why is he hurt every season? Why the huge regression for the team? That's the big question everyone's trying to answer. Dell's excited that Ovi scored. And yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, man. Gonna have to give you this Grogu right there. Oh yeah, you're watching for Parksville tonight. I forgot to get back to you, Rob. I don't know if it's gonna work for me to connect with you. I don't know why we decided to pull Lanky. Bad call and tongue. I don't know. They're trying to score to tie it up. Like we're down by 2. So I'm not really. I think that's good, Dreamer. I don't know. Keep an eye on number 6 from the Spokane Chiefs. He has high potential first round pick 2 years from now. He's only 6. I mean, if we keep that pick. Yeah, start making epic sandcastles, okay? Yeah, that's good. Otherwise, it's being timid or not coaching. Does not always work, but it happens sometimes. It does. Sometimes it happens. Was there fan appreciation night on Friday? That's cool. Oh, you're talking about the Royals. Oh, looking forward to the Royals playoffs too. Okay. So Canucks and Royals, Victoria Royals. This team can't even come back. I remember watching the team last year and they could come back from a 3-goal deficit. No problem. It was difficult, but yeah, I know. Matthias Preston, Canucks get a high first-round pick for this kid on 2027 draft. Cool. I hope he lands for it. Have a good night, man. EP40 is stepping up his defensive game. 2 hits, 2 blocks. Next, he will need to pick up his scoring. Hopefully, I still hope for a July 1st trade, but at least he's getting some stats, not all zeros. I mean, it's not a Matt. Let's just be honest. Isn't that like a really low bar? Like a really low bar? At least he's getting hits and blocks. I don't know. I'm just tired of making excuses for Pettersson. And I'm not saying that you are, but at the end of the day, it's just really frustrating to watch your supposed one of your elite players not be elite, not even be just never on, rarely on the score sheet. So, yeah, I don't know, everyone. So, time to fix this core in the offseason. Yep. Angelo doesn't think we're going to make the playoffs. Jeevan says they will make it, but don't bother at this rate because this current team, with how they are playing, is a first-round exit worse than last year's Washington Capitals. I still think, make it. Let's go make it. Flames versus Canucks, which is wild to think, is one of the biggest games of the season. You're right. We will not make the playoffs, I believe. Okay, Ricky. If Hughes is back, then you're saying, yeah, we're going to make it. No, if Hughes is out. Canucks will win the Stanley Cup, beat Toronto Maple Leafs and Vancouver Parade, and making playoffs. Yeah, well, that's very positive and optimistic of you. Niels, or Niles, that should say, right? I think we can make the playoffs, but I have little hope for anything other than a first round. Yeah, first round loss. Callum says we're going to sneak into the playoffs like a guilty dog who just, oh my goodness. Yikes. Yeah, unfortunately, Pettersson was invisible on the score sheet tonight, other than hits and blocks, which is still not good enough in my opinion. Canucks management trade for a high first-round pick in 2027. Do it now if we have to rebuild. DeBrusk was invisible. I agree. Besser was invisible. That's a tough line to go invisible, everyone. Canucks are probably not making the playoffs with the current forward core. Shannon thinks we're going to just make it in. I wish I could get paid millions to be invisible. I mean, it's a pretty unique skill set for sure. No Quinn Hughes, and we lost 3-1 minus the empty netter to the Cup favorite. But also hit 2 posts. I thought it was a decent game. Too much doom and gloom. Yes, you're totally right. You're totally right. But we're at the stage now. Wins matter, and every point matters, and you just can't say moral victory every single time, right? Because too many moral victories means no playoffs, and then you're in the middle of the pack, and you don't even get a good draft pick with your first overall pick. You know what I mean? So, Philip, hi Trev. Hey, how's it going? I thought they created some chances, but weren't able to finish. Will says, what a game DeSmith had. That's right. Rob says that we're going to make the playoffs. Ruben, with the big statement, Canucks need some more wins. But I like Lankinen too. I'm with you, Ruben. Good to see you, my friend. Jesse says, what did you think happened to the Canucks tonight against the Stars? We did have a lot of shots, though. We weren't lacking shots. In my opinion, it was quality over quantity. Sorry, quantity over quality. I don't think we had a lot of quality shots. We had a couple moments. Yeah, of course, those 2 crossbars that they go in. But we can say that about every shot that hits the post, right? It didn't go in. So what do I think? I think that the Stars are better. That's what I think. I totally think the Stars are better at this stage. And no Quinn Hughes, everyone. We just got to remind ourselves. Probably just Hughes mostly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I was a bit overzealous by saying many players. Yeah. The best player. We're missing our best player. Oh, you're going to the Canucks Canadiens game on Tuesday. I hope you have a great time. Man, and I hope they win for you because it's really fun. The atmosphere in the building's really great. I love the sound system. I love the crowd. Yeah, it's a nice stadium, so I think you're going to enjoy it. Besser does miss JT Miller big time, 100%. So, yeah, I that's what I'm worried about. And I think I'm still shocked they didn't move him and didn't get very much. Yeah, we're missing top 10 talent in our forward core. It's only Petey. And I wouldn't even say, I mean, really? It's got to be Petey and Bessler, right? He had 40 goals last year, everyone. So I'm monetized and making millions of dollars. I wish I was making millions of dollars. I'm at the stage where I do not believe EP40 and has what he said and what he says by he needs to do better and he is not. Yeah, it's just words at this stage. I give $8 million to Ellers for sure. He's really good, everyone. Besser's used to be playing with a hockey genius. Now he's playing a lot of low-level hockey IQ guys. Yeah, but I think he's going to be the cap hit, man. Matt, it's possible. Some other team will take him, but for how much? Brock is a stand-up player. I don't want to talk to you guys that he's terrible, blah, blah, blah. Great character guy, great teammate. I think he works really hard, but yeah, he might be upset by what Elving said at the trade deadline. Yeah, I don't know why he said that. No point in pulling the goalie when you can't even set up the other team. And yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's keep scrolling down. Yeah, there's nibs just over here. I only have a few left. I really want to eat one. No matter how he intended, you don't air that publicly. I agree. It is dark now, no rain. Yeah, it's nice. It's pretty dark though. You're right. Canucks are playing competitive hockey. At last, no shame losing to Dallas unless you actually want to win Lord Stanley Cup. Yeah, we're not winning the Stanley Cup this year. We'll have to do that once. We'll decide once he breaks it. But yes, somewhere here in Nanaimo for sure. Elving didn't mean it to be an insult. Well, he did like 3 interviews and said the same thing. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Lefty, but I still think I was really shocked at what he said. I don't know if he's trying to take him down so, like that's the thing. If they're going to take him down so that he signs for less, that might be the only play there. I don't know. It's definitely not enough. I hope he gets traded because it's not worth the money. I always argue with Marcus Pettersson and Hedel could have been more like Cousins in power or similar, but better than the JT return. Yeah. I hope Mancini turns into the player everyone's hoping, everyone. How much? 2% still. Okay, I'm still doing good on my mouse here. Okay. Calgary is playing much better than the Canucks. Sit Hughes out for the rest of the season. So you're Adams team tank. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so do you just not sign him and you just move on, Adam? Is that what you're saying? What is the consensus about Talk keeping his job? Yay or nay? He might not want to return. Maybe he's like, you know what? That was an awful year. All the riffs, all the struggling. Maybe he just wants to go coach somewhere else. Who knows? Maybe the Canucks don't want him back, but they have to re-sign him. We'll see what happens. I think Talkett won't want to resign. He can see this team is going downhill. Sorry to say, it's possible. Yeah, it's interesting to see how the league views Brock. You're saying if the Canucks don't make the playoffs, you're saying that Talkett is done. Okay. I don't think Tocchet is the problem, but I can definitely see him getting canned in the offseason if we don't make the playoffs. Coaches always get canned, usually too early. Yeah, the other thing is that we don't think about is that's on the owner. It's guaranteed money, everyone, for a coach. So how many years that, we've canned someone early? At least this one is like his contract's coming to an end, and then we'll see from there, Yeah, Lank the Tank is awesome for sure. Tocchet might be leaving for a U.S. team. Very possible. I just want to see a good 5 to 7 years in a row where they make the playoffs. Me too. Yeah, Dan, I was thinking about this the other day. At least the Canucks have all their draft picks plus the Sharks third rounder. Finally. Please don't trade them away. Doug wants Rick Tocchet out this summer. He doesn't have the IQ or savvy that this roster needs. Nucks need a Quenneville drill sergeant. No nonsense type coach. Maybe. Hope you're not sitting in the rafters, Phil. I wouldn't pay more than $100 for a seat in the upper deck. I try to pay $100 to sit down low. That's what I try to do. So that's the cool thing about the Canucks struggling is you usually can get good seats down low because people like Canuck Clay was trying to flash sale his tickets today. I just got an email on that, and man, he was selling them for pretty affordable prices. Tony, don't feel bad, Canucks fans. The Oilers had a 5-1 lead in the third period and almost blew it, even though they won. Well, they still won, though, Tony. They still won. But yeah, Tocchet wants money. He loves hockey. He wants to improve the team, does not want to lose his reputation by quitting on a team, and then probably loves the city. I don't know his feelings. It's hard to know. Yeah. Did you see the $100 US bribe for the goal review? They ought to pay the refs more. Apparently, the review went the home team's way. I didn't see that. No. Alvin is just cold as ice. He's trying to manipulate Besser's agent. It's not battery operated. It's my. It's just I got to plug it in and recharge it. I'm absolutely an optimistic fan. It's getting real hard to love the franchise with all the drama and missed opportunities over the years. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'm 55 years old, and I hope that I will see 5 to 7 years. Yeah, it'd be great. Watch the paper bags come out next home game. I don't think so. Marvin's here. Wolf is the reason Calgary is doing what they are doing. That's the honest truth. Yeah, he's playing lights out hockey. Yeah, so anyways, I got to go, everyone. My computer mouse is about to die. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Appreciate each one of you. I'll be going live after the Montreal game and the Calgary game. So make sure you tune on the post-game shows. If something I may do tomorrow night, but I think I'm just going to do Tuesday, Wednesday coming up. So thank you so much for being here. And let's just remind ourselves that Canucks are like my keyboard, my computer mouse. It's weak sauce right now. Weak sauce. Thanks, everyone, for the therapy session. Have a good night. And, of course, we're going to cheer this team on. I think we're going to find a way to make the playoffs still. That's just my educated guess. Have a good night, and go Canucks, go. Oh.
Bye.